Welcome to the YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub, your one-stop solution for expert guidance, best practices, and actionable knowledge in the world of contact centers. Explore, learn, and enhance contact center skills. Here's a comprehensive financial impact analysis of queue time in a call center, showing how it affects revenue, costs, and long-term business outcomes. Let's look at a real-world scenario to understand how abandonment directly translates into lost sales. Imagine a sales line receiving 10,000 inbound calls per month. With an average queue time of 180 seconds, the abandonment rate is 20%. That means 2 abandoned every month. If the conversion rate is 10%, that's 200 lost sales opportunities. At an average sale of $100, the revenue loss equals $20,000 per month. The insight is clear: longer queue times lead to higher abandon rates and significant revenue leakage. Another critical economic consequence of long wait times and high abandonment is customer lifetime value, or CLV, loss. When customers face long queues and delayed responses, frustration builds. Over time, this leads to higher churn risk, especially among us. Losing these customers doesn't just affect a single transaction, it impacts repeat revenue, referrals, and overall loyalty economics. Worse still, replacing them requires more marketing spend, driving up acquisition costs. High abandonment to lost long-term value tomorrow, making CLV protection a strategic priority. Another important economic impact of abandonment is repeat calls and increased telecom costs. When customers abandon a call, many of them call back to try again, which means double the call volume for the same issue. This drives up telecom expenses and agent handling time, labor costs without adding any real value. High abandonment doesn't just affect the customer journey, it multiplies operational costs and strains your contact center capacity. Another key economic impact of high abandonment is increased workforce management costs. When queues grow and wait times rise, many businesses try to fix the issue by adding overtime shifts or bringing in temporary agents. While this can help in the short term, it raises OpEx significantly. In contrast, AI automation and self-service options can reduce the pressure on staffing, making it easier to meet service-level targets without escalating costs. Lower abandonment through smarter operations means leaner staffing models and healthier margins. Let's explore how abandonment and long wait times affect both customer satisfaction and business economics. First, long wait times directly lower customer satisfaction scores, or CSAT, and Net Promoter Score, or NPS. When customers feel ignored or delayed, lower NPS doesn't just reflect poor service, it leads to weaker word-of-mouth marketing, brand reputation damage, and ultimately slower organic growth. Second, this has a direct impact on retention versus acquisition costs. It's 5 to 7 times expensive to acquire a new customer than it is to retain an existing one. Poor experiences drive higher churn, forcing the business to spend more marketing dollars just to replace the customers it lost. In short, lowering abandonment not only boosts satisfaction and loyalty but also protects by keeping retention costs low. Finally, let's talk about the balance between cost and customer experience when addressing abandonment. If you aggressively try to lower queue time by simply adding more agents or investing heavily in new tools, it can drive operating expenses up sharply. But there's a smarter way. By optimizing with AI, you can reduce queue time without a linear increase in cost. This includes predictive routing, to get customers to the right agent faster. Virtual holds and callbacks, to eliminate long waiting frustration. and self to deflect routine interactions. The goal isn't just speed at any cost. It's cost-efficient speed that protects both customer experience and profitability. Let's look at a before and after scenario to see how optimizing queue time directly impacts financial outcomes. Before optimization, average queue time was 180 seconds. Abandonment rate stood at 20%, meaning a large share of customers never got. Overtime costs were $6,000, CSAT scores hovered around 70%, and repeat call volume was up 25%. After optimization, queue time dropped to 60 seconds, cutting 120 seconds from the wait. Abandonment rate retaining 15% more calls, translating to $15,000 in additional revenue. Overtime costs reduced to $2,000, saving $4,000. CSAT rose to 90%, boosting retention and repeat business. Repeat call volume trend, reducing telecom and staffing costs. The takeaway is clear: reducing queue time pays off twice, in higher revenue and lower operational cost, all while improving customer experience. Let's wrap up this section by looking at the strategic business impact of managing abandonment effectively. First, revenue preservation. Lower queue times mean more calls are answered, which directly translates into more sales and higher revenue capture. Second, cost. By leveraging AI and self-service, businesses can reduce labor dependency, lower overtime costs, and cut down on repeat calls, driving operational efficiency. Third, brand reputation. When customers experience faster service, loyalty and satisfaction, strengthening your competitive advantage in the market. In short, controlling abandonment isn't just an operational win, it's a strategic business lever that drives revenue, cost savings, and brand strength. Thanks for watching my YouTube channel, Contact Center Knowledge Hub. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. See you in the next video.